Yes. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. This is the power of you with Yellow de Yeyefini. Yes, y'all are having a wonderful day. Today is a great, fabulous day. Hey, we are talking today about you were made for this. Yes, my son and I went out the other day and had the opportunity of listening to a powerful speaker that he talked about being ready for anything that's happening in your life. And it was just so empowering. So I said, well, let me see. I'm going to speak about how powerful we are. Yes, you were made for this. And none of this that's happening to you, to us, to we is a surprise. Right? Let me put in here. I love y'all. Sometimes y'all got to remind me that you're online with me, baby. So today we're going to talk about the power of you, which is saying that today you were made for this. Whatever it is that you are going through right now, you were made for it. You were uniquely designed for it. Every day, we are facing all types of situations. And so, in doing so, what we're doing is in allowing ourselves to get disconnected from the greatness that you have, right? So, is a big, the world is as big as you make it. And today, you can make it pretty big, especially if you don't put any expectations or limitations on it or on yourself. Let me say that again. The world is as big as you make it. And today you can make it pretty big, especially if you don't put any expectations or limitations on it or on yourself. You are in the mood to go with the flow and let life carry you along. So take that energy and keep an open mind when the opportunity to explore new horizons arrives from out of the blue, because the chance to explore beyond your usual boundaries could arrive when you least expect it. Powerful, right? So today is the day for us to step in boldly and remember that you are made for it. You are made for it every day. We're facing things that, as I said, can distract us, but you're made for it. You are uniquely designed for everything that's happening. We're looking at challenges with people paying their rent, challenges with people affording what used to be normally in terms of their food. People are challenged with health issues. People are challenged sometimes with just getting enough sleep because the system and the time, we have changed the time frequency from to the winter, whatever that means. But anyway, I'm having challenges just staying awake most of the time. So I make sure I'm getting my naps. Because every day we are looking at what is it that could distract us? What is it that could be taking us higher? And let's look at it as every day, if we empty out our minds, body, and spirit, our pocketbooks, our pockets rather. So every day, empty out of your mind, your body, your spirit, or pockets what didn't work for you, your best good yesterday, last year, or this year. So let's think of the things that we carry around with us in our pockets, in our pocketbook, in our minds, in our body, in our spirit that is weighing us down. Sometimes you see athletes when they're trying to burn more energy, they'll put on these heavy suits and these heavy things to carry when they're working out because it fools the body to believe that you got to work twice as hard. And so you're sweating and you're going against what is your normal weight. So you have to do extra, right? So you're burning more. So let's think of us today having pockets filled with things that no longer serves us. Get them out of your spirit, your mind, your body. What didn't work for you? What was not good for you this year? What was not good for you last year? What was good for you yesterday? So stepping into the new season of winter, just like the animals let go of their skins, their thinner skins, their summer skins, we can do the same thing and cover yourself and know you are meant for this season of your life. You are meant for this season of your life. Whatever it is that you're going through, if you feel like you're carrying those extra weights to go up that hill, time to let them go. If you feel like the season is not working with you, put on your warmer clothes, put on your armor, look out. This morning when I woke up, yesterday rather, it was 23 degrees. I'm like, what? Where did that come from? But it's the season. A lot of my herbs died because I didn't harvest them. Not a lot. I got like 7 of them gone because I didn't save them. I didn't pick them up. I covered them with some tarp thinking that it wouldn't do, but the cotton did not make it. It couldn't thrive. It was like, no, baby, I am summer. So I lost that, and I lost my elephant ears for Olokun. So, but I'm made for this. So we have a lot of orishas that we're giving this coming week and this month. And y'all know that November is the time of year that we do all of our rituals, finishing up. So we're giving about 4 orishas this month of November. So I'm made for this because all I did when I walked out there and realized what had happened, I called the Botanica in Miami. Dada, we gonna make this happen. And it's on its way as we speak, because this weekend we're having a huge event here. So we are made for it. Whatever season you are in, don't feel like it's the ending. Walking out there, I was like, man, I could have, I should have, I could have. No, it's okay. Because it's the season for life and the season for death. And it's not going to stop what we're doing. We're giving these oyas. It is a time for us to just call it Botanica. Look another place to encourage you, right? So stepping into this new season of winter, just like the animals, just let go of all the stuff that don't serve you anymore. The little thin coats that they wear, they're like, nah, we got to put on the heavy stuff. There may be people who have done you wrong and you carry a grudge. Being offended causes you to carry unnecessary baggage that's not yours to carry. So someone offended you, did you wrong, backstab you, didn't show up the way they were supposed to, whatever. But as we said before, don't expect, limitations. You don't put any expectations or limitations on on yourself. You're in the mood to go with the flow and let it carry you along. So take that energy and keep an open mind when the opportunity to explore new horizon arrives from out of the blue. Because the chance to explore beyond your usual boundaries could arrive when you least expect it. Look at that. Look at that. When you least expected, that situation comes up. I had the idea, you better call Florida and get them to send those herbs. So you wake up with worry about your rent, your marriage, your mortgage, a medical report. Don't dwell on it. And know that God will get you where you need to be. It could be God, the ancestors, or Lodumare, whoever you believe that opened your eyes today without you having to make some kind of concession, that thing there, spirit, Orisha, ancestors, universe, your intuition, whatever. Because it doesn't matter who or what you're honoring as your God, as your God source, your divine protector or provider. Because you were made for everything that comes your way. Remember, you chose to be here. And some of the choices that we make to continue on this path, some of them may not be the brightest. Some of them may be not the easiest way. Some of them may not be the quickest way. But at the end of the day, if you're here and you're listening to this, you were made for this. Don't dwell on things that people have done and said. And I worked through that for years. Because when you're coming from a place of your cultural identity and your loss of who you are, and you don't have a community, a family that look like you, that y'all share the same blood, you might believe that you are here by yourself and you try to create a family that should be who you think they should be. And when it shows up that they're not, they're just being their own family of their own self, and you just there in a moment. It takes some discipline, some forgiveness of yourself, your motivation. You go through, you find whatever it is that connects you to your passion, and you grab onto that like you grab onto your grandma's hair. I never knew any of my grandmas. Can you imagine that? So I'm learning how to be a grandma as it goes along. I don't have a grandma to say, well, I can be like her, or this is what. Y'all that read my book, you understand the kind of situation that I had. And sometimes for a minute, when I reread my book, I was like, boy, you was just whining and complaining. Your entire life is like just a victimhood. And one of my students is like, no, yeah, you are here, you're alive. Yeah, Lord, that you are here, you're alive. You have a legacy of things that you have done. So don't get there and thinking that you weren't made for this. You were made for everything, and you're not whining and complaining. You are sharing so that anyone that goes through it knows that it's okay to whine and complain. But look, here's an outlet. This is what you could do to move through it, as I did. Sometimes it seemed like it was impossible. Sometimes it was the dumbest thing I've ever seen a human being do. But at the same time, I'm here. So you're here listening today. So you were made for whatever it is that you're going through. You are made for it. Don't dwell on what happened and the fish that got away. And I worked on it to the point where I'm now can be like, ooh, thank you, thank you. And I say this sincerely. Y'all can throw Obi and see if I'm telling the truth. I am praying every day that whoever is in my space is designed and is made for it. And whoever is not, because they have left or because somehow we didn't meet, I bless wherever they are, and may they be as happy as I am, knowing that they're not here. That's what I pray for now. Let everyone be where they want to be. Let everyone be where they want to be, and it will be just so awesome that you don't have to feel like they got to fit into this mold and this mode. And no, you are made for this. So today I want us, all of us, to take an inventory of the things that are weighing you down, the people that you have not forgiven, forgotten, overlooked, or not overlooked, but the people that have grudged you, or you have a grudge with them, or you remember when and how much you helped them. And baby, thank God for those experiences, because you're here. At some point, you got a glass of water, drink a Kool-Aid, or whatever it is that they brought, that you were able to know that you are made for this. All that's going on in the universe, we are made for whatever is happening to us as a people, and whatever sex you are, whatever gender you are, whatever height you are, color you are made for this. So whatever is going on, our ancestors always put us in a place where we show up and show out better than the last one. I spoke about this the other day. I don't know if it was on this platform, and we talked about, think back at what happened to us during Reconstruction, and still we're here. We were given a peekaboo. You can have this, but no, you can't have it. That was the beginning of the KKK, which today comes out to be almost the equivalent of the police in some areas, where you have the right to just do ride and do whatever. But then you have those police that are here to really make sure that we are being handled in the care in the way. So just like in Reconstruction, we had people of all races and nationalities helping us. We didn't come out of this by ourselves. So whatever it is that we are doing, whatever it is that we're facing, use the thing that you have. We spoke about this at the beginning of I think it was April when we had the inter faith webinar that some of you were a part of, and we honored Shango and Oya. We said this is a time for us to bring forth our power and strength and not complain and worry about who we're going to vote for. If you don't like who you are going to vote for, then you be the one that people are voting for. Come out, get involved with your civic duty, with your community activism. Be at all of the things, be at the meetings that they're having for your children, for your county, for your state, for your neighborhood. Be that person. Because it's important for you to know that everything that you say and act that you show up for, you are telling others that they are made for it, that we can do this together. So we are made for it. So today, take an inventory of the things that are weighing you down, like the athletes who are wearing those heavy weights. Take them off and see how fast you can do on your own. If it's in your pockets, take out the stuff that no longer serves you. Drop that. If it's in your spirit, look back at what made you feel happy and alive when you went through, and let it go. Spiritually, if emotionally, what you're carrying, emotional pain, a breakup, a separation, a betrayal, take that out, drop it out. If it's somehow you don't know how you're going to pay your mortgage this month, your rent this month, know, affirm that you're not going to be in a place where God is not present, or your ancestors or universe or source, whatever it is that connects you to the great I am. Know that it's going to be okay, and you can drop it out. Drop it out, because as long as we are holding these things, we're thinking that we have to strive harder. No, we can strive easier, because we are made for this. When you empty out those heavy things, you make room for all of the grace, the blessings, the wonderfulness from the universe, source, Orisha, Ori. When you let those things go, you find yourself in a place of knowing that you are made for this. There's nothing that can hold you back from becoming and being in a place of joy. The power of knowing yourself, knowing who you are, knowing your roots that empower you to stand tall in your truth and embrace the journey with resilience. I'm looking at my book in chapter 2 in the Living Shrine workbook. The power in knowing, affirming, knowing my roots empower me to stand tall in my truth and embrace my journey with resilience. Resilience, that is the thing that you always are able to find some reason to get up and feel wonderful. Knowledge is a powerful tool for self-awareness and transformation. So in chapter 2 in my book, this chapter underscores the importance of spiritual growth. It heightens how understanding your roots and lineage foster confidence, purpose, and identity. You are encouraged to explore your family's history. This will enable you to uncover patterns, strengths, and lessons passed down through generations. The chapter discussed the value of seeking wisdom from elders, stories, and tradition to fill gaps in personal understanding. The emphasis is on knowing who you are and where you come from. Knowledge of self builds resilience and clarity. By embracing ancestral knowledge, you can reclaim your power and chart paths forward with intention. You're also challenged to question social type societal, societal narratives and reclaim truth about your identities. Through introspection, this chapter inspires a renewed sense of belonging and self worth. As I just shared, I don't have a picture and a voice or a knowledge of who my grandparents were on either side. So, my challenge now is to learn from people who have encouraged me and people who have disappointed me and people who have said that I would never make it and people as this resilience that I mean. And when you're young, you say, I'm gonna show you that if I don't know how to be if I don't have a grandma, I'm gonna show up to be a better grandma. I'm gonna get even with you because I'm gonna be better than you ever thought. Y'all read my book. All the people are telling me that I was not, because I was mischievous and I was climbing trees and I was doing all of this, that I wouldn't be anything. I said, I'm gonna make something of myself. Y'all see this? Mm-hmm. So we gotta jump in it and know that you were born for this. All that I had been through, and I felt that, it was kind of rough. Baby, I was made for this. Baby, when you look and you say Yeyefini, I'm the only Yeyefini on Google. Can you imagine it? I was made for this, sucker. So look at yourself in the mirror and say, you were made for this. Take an inventory of things that are weighing you down. Past relationships, people that did you wrong, that you broke up, that they still trying to do you wrong. They see you and they try to use every tool they can. Your children playing games on you. Your money to play games on you. Your passion. The weather. Baby, you were made for this. Call somebody. Get somebody. Do a ritual. Bathe yourself in some water. Google what you can do for freedom. Look at my YouTube. Take one of them baths. Go out there. Look in your kitchen. You can take some oregano. Make yourself a bath up. You can get some basil and make yourself an obatala bath. Yes, the basil that you're going to get ready to put in your soup. Why you can't take that basil? Yes, because it's dry. Sprinkle that in a bucket of water, in a cup of water. Pray over it that today this basil is going to be my balm to get through feeling that I am not made for this, that what's happening in our community that's taking us down. No. Put that basil and tell the intention of what that water is going to be, and you pray and you put your ashe. And the biggest ashe that you have to put in there is your breath. Put your breath in it. Because you were made for this. Yes, get that basil. Put a little efu in there to remind you that wherever you go, you leave a mark. Efun, the chalk is going to mark everything and clearing you. That in this moment, this thing is going to take you to a sacred place that you have been designed to be, do, and have. Yes. And if you want to add a little something up to it, like a little honey, that whenever it comes through with Obatala is bringing you through this, that it'll be sweet. That you can laugh at them when they try to think, what? Use anything. As I said the last time, the thing that keeps us in fear, and in some cultures it's called the devil, is anger, fear, resentment. That's the things that make you, that's the things that's going to take you down. So you tell that ain't nothing built against me is going to get me disconnected from the fact that I am Obatala. All of us are Obatala. Obatala made our heads. Obatala knew who we were, each one of you. If you could come up later and find out, oh, I'm Oshun and hey. Obatala made all of us. So, baby, whatever it is that you're going through, look in your closet. Baby, you can take some oranges and make yourself a bath. Go in whatever fruit you're having. Slice that sucker up, squeeze it in some water, put a little cinnamon in there, a little honey in there, call Oshun up and say, Oshun, this that's making me feel like I got a yoke on me, let that go. When I splash this water on me, when I splash this thing on me, oh, devil, rebuke anything that's going holding you back, baby. Yes, because you are made for this. Yes, so today I want you to clear a space for yourself. Take an inventory of the things that are weighing you down. And as you take them off, say, this is disappointment. This is anger. This is the fool that I had married. This is the idiot that brought me this and I didn't know what. This is the thing that I prayed on that it didn't come. Let it go, because you know why it didn't come? Because God, it's not that God didn't hear you or spirit didn't hear you. Because either number one, it ain't time to get it, or number two, is something bigger and better that's coming for you. Bigger and better that's coming for you. So if you prayed and it's not happening, don't worry, it's coming. Because you were made for everything that's coming to you today, this month, this week, this season. So the first ritual that you want to do is to find a clearing space. Just light a candle. Place a nice little white candle along with a clear container of cool water. Water serves as a portal for clearing and cleansing. It also holds your memory and responds to frequency and vibration. After placing the bowl of water in your sacred space, speak into the water. For example, thank you, water, for being a portal, healing, transformation, and resilience. I invoke your ability to be to a conductor for messages passed from my ancestors to me. I empower this water for signs, wonder, and miracles that I will see and acknowledge. May you flow through me and arrest every unclean thing in my body. Let my dreams, life be restored. Ashe. Ask your ancestors to reveal the strength of your family lineage. Ask your ancestors to reveal, taking the inventory of things that are weighing you down. Sit for 10 minutes and write down the feelings or messages that you receive. I'm reading this out of my book. That's what we're going to do today, because we got the stuff. We made of it. We are made for it. There is nothing that you have possibly could imagine that happened to you. Y'all know some of the stuff that happened to me. My chapter here. I remember once trying to get some financial support for my children. My husband then was one that shocked me. His reply was one that shocked me, but I was desperate for help and agreed to consider the offer. He said it could be a way of redeeming myself by being sort of an ambassador to the village. It was never stated officially to me or my children or publicly. He told me I could invite him and the dance group to perform at different events that showcase the village. I grabbed that opportunity out of desperation and started arranging a few shows for my children's school and at local public libraries and museums during Black History Month. Someone that betrayed me came back and said, here's another way that I can betray you. I didn't recognize it. I was desperate. I had 3 teenagers. I just opened the book to that. So I'm just sharing what Spirit led me to. Right, is in Rebuilding, Reconnecting, and Reawakening is a chapter 26. So how dare you do me like you did and come back and ask me. But in desperation, you can bring those heavy things and say, I need this. I need to feed my children, so I'm going to go ahead and be another pawn for you to use me. Rather than seeing that this was something that you were creating new karma. When you have done all that you can, or if someone has done enough for you, and that relationship changes, you have changed the dynamics of the karma. You have paid your debt. Let it go. Thank them. Thank that weight that laid you down. I thank you so much for you coming back and making me feel that I need to take it up. No, let it go. Let it go. And from letting it go, for not letting it go, I created some karma because I did start bringing them for things in where I was living to bring the dance troupe and that, and they would make money. And that was me consoling that, oh, I'm worth something. No, baby. And at the end of the day, I was definitely creating myself into another level of karma. But the karma had to break when I realized, hey, this ain't working. If the person shows up the same way and you didn't get the message, it's not that that you've been forgotten. It's not that God is not going to help you take care of your 3 children. Just at that moment, that's when my clients started calling me and say, could you do this? And that's when I established a dance troupe myself. Yes, in Charlotte with the Charlotte Mecklenburg um, African American Children's Theater. I was called and asked, and from that we started the Nubian Dancers. So, baby, when you think somebody else got it, because you can do the same thing, if not better. Drop the yoke. Somebody named Yeyefini is saying, drop the yoke. Yes. That's choking you and believing that you got to go back and pick up stuff that people have wounded you. No, let it go. Because when you let it go, you see how I got filled. And I am here today. I let it go. So the topic was, you were made for this. I didn't know how this was going to go. As y'all saw, I came in late because I was doing a lot. Let it go. Let go of the yoke, let go of anything that's holding you. Someone said, greetings, I must be meant to be here for messages. Of course, because you were meant for this. You were meant to be here to hear this, that I am speaking to myself, to you, through me, through your ancestors. All of us, it's no coincidence. That's why I always say, whoever it is that you believe in is fine with me, because I don't get hung up on what religion you are, what culture you are in. My thing is, show me who you are, and I tell you the God you worship or the God that you serve. Not worship, but serve. Yes, just show me who you are, and I will know exactly who you believe in and what you believe in. So today, go out there and know that you are prepared. You are ready. You are made for this. Don't let nothing hold you back. Take an inventory, shed them. And when you empty out heavy things, you make room for all of the grace. Yes, blessings from your own expression of the divine. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And see you on the power of you. For those of you who are not members of the ORE, go on in there. We have a powerful class coming up on this third Thursday. It's going to be Dr. Perez is speaking on the power of recognizing the gut. The first head that we have going in there scientifically, and as a priestess, she'll be talking about how it's going to be also recalibrate with us spiritually. Boom. Yes. So y'all have a wonderful day, a wonderful afternoon, a wonderful season. Know that you were made for this, baby. Bring them on. Bring them on. You ready for this? Y'all have a good day. Au revoir.